Similar right triangles. So we're going to look at similar right triangle. Let's write the theorem. The theorem is the altitude to the hypotenuse of the right triangle divides the triangle into two triangles that are similar to the original triangle and to each other. So remember, when writing the similarity statement, corresponding vertices must be listed in the same order. So we're going to start by matching up the right angles, then match up the shared angle. Finally, we're going to fill in the remaining angle. So let's take a look at this triangle. You have a right triangle here. There's a right angle right there, angle B. And then we're going to draw this altitude and divide this into two small right triangles. So this is also right triangle inside with the 90 degree here. This is also right triangle with inside 90 degree there. So what we're going to do is, when you divide the right triangle from here to here, this green triangle and this blue triangle, they're both right triangles. They are similar to each other. Also, this green triangle is similar to this bigger triangle. This small blue triangle is similar to the bigger triangle. So they're all similar to each other, basically. This, and the bigger one, they're all similar to each other. So you gotta match up the right angle. Okay? So look at this. So it's triangle BAC is the big right triangle. The B is the right triangle, right? Then you're going to match up. When you write the similarity, you see this right triangle? This is the right triangle here, the right angle here. This right angle needs to match with this right angle when you write the triangle. So this B matches with D. You see this D? So you gotta write D. And then when you write the rest, you're going to write A, B. So D, A, B, because B, A, C is they're sharing this angle right here. Okay. Now, we're going to write DBC because also this angle, D, is also in this blue triangle. That's the right angle. So you have to start with D. So this angle is right angle here. This angle is right angle here. This angle is right angle here. So you have to start with 90, 90, 90. And then B and C. So B and then C. So what we're going to do is write the triangle BAC is similar to triangle DAB is similar to DBC. So this angle, this triangle is similar to this triangle and to the whole big triangle. So they're all similar to each other. So comparing and solving similar right triangles. So we're going to write this, okay? So this is the altitude, right? So our ALT makes 90 degree angle. Okay? Now, this one is leg. This one is leg. I'm looking at the big triangle. The side that is opposite of 90 degree angle, we call that hypotenuse. So everybody write HYP and do this curve thing. And I want you to write leg 1 and leg 2. It doesn't matter which one is leg 1 or leg 2. So write that, please. Now, right here, from A to C is hypotenuse. So we're going to say this is hypotenuse 1. So leg 1, hypotenuse 1, they're together here. And then this is hypotenuse 2. Leg 2, hypotenuse 2. They gotta do that like this. So 1, 1 matchy-matchy, 2, 2 matchy-matchy. Because from here to here, this is hypotenuse. So from here, it's hypotenuse 1 and the hypotenuse 2 for the big triangle, okay? So right here, hypotenuse 1 and altitude is the same ratio as altitude and hypotenuse 2. So hypotenuse 1 and altitude, same ratio as altitude and hypotenuse 2. This is the first ratio. And then for the second ratio, we have hypotenuse 1 and then leg 1 is same ratio as leg 1 and the big hypotenuse. Okay. And then hypotenuse 2 and leg 2 is same ratio as leg 2 and then hypotenuse. Okay. So I want you to understand these three ratios within right triangle, similar right triangle. So let me repeat this again. Hypotenuse and altitude. Okay, hypotenuse 1, altitude has same ratio as altitude and hypotenuse 2 because they share same altitude here. And then you can see right here, you see that altitude, they're same thing here. Okay. And then right here, hypotenuse 1 is and over leg 1 is same thing as leg 1 over big hypotenuse. So right here, you see leg 1 and leg 1, same thing, cross. And then hypotenuse 2 over leg 2 is same ratio as leg 2 and the whole hypotenuse. So you can see leg 2 is right here. So here, altitude, leg 1, leg 2, across like that. So that's the paragraph. So let's look at geometric mean. All these similar triangle relationship have to do with finding the geometric mean between sides. Review. How do you solve for geometric mean when just given numbers? So remember, we did this in previous units. Geometric mean is you're going to have number over x equals x over number, right? So this is called geometric mean. So let's say, what is the geometric mean between 9 and 12? This is how you solve it. So we need to remember this. 9 goes here, 12 goes here. This is the mean. And then right here, x and x. So what we're going to do is 9 times 12, 108. X times x is x squared. Square root of 108. If I do this using radical, 54 times 2, 27 times 2, 9 times 3, 3 times 3, 1 times 3. So here you have 3 and 2 of pairs. So 2 times 3, 6, left over 3, radical 3. So you can actually simplify using radicals like this. So the answer is 6 radical 3. That's how you do geometric mean. So geometric mean is here, x and x. Those are geometric mean, okay? So we're going to apply that for each triangle. So I want you to label with me. First, we always label altitude. So if everybody write ALT. And then we're going to write hypotenuse 1, HYP1, hypotenuse 2, HYP2. So it doesn't matter which one is 1 or 2 actually. So I'll just make this one, the first one 1, and then with this one 2. And this what you're going to write is write one of the ratio. So right here, hypotenuse 1 over altitude is same as altitude over hypotenuse. So you see altitude. So that is geometric mean because you have 10, 10. That's what they have in common, 10, 10, right? So that is a geometric mean. And then you're going to do 5 and then over x. So basically, it's 5 over 10. So bottom, altitude, okay? And altitude, bottom, right? So bottom, altitude, bottom. So you have geometric mean here. Altitude is the geometric mean. Hypotenuse 1, hypotenuse 2. Now this ratio came from here. The first ratio. Okay? So we need to know this ratio. So ratio here, so we're going to write 5, 10, and then 10 over x, you just plug it in. Hypotenuse 1 is 5, altitude 10, and then put altitude here, geometric mean, the same thing, and the hypotenuse 2, which is x. We're looking for that. So we're going to do 5 times x is 5x, 10 times that, 100, divided by 5, x is 20. So this right here is 20. So that's how you solve for x, okay? So let's look at this again. 8, 12. So 12 is 8, 12 here. And then you're going to put 12 here. Geometric means is you're going to go across like this. So write 12 over x. So what you're going to do is geometric mean is 12, 12. So 8 times x is 8x. 12 times 12 is 144. Divided by 8, 18. So you're using geometric mean of 12 is your geometric mean. And write it here like this. And then write 8 here, x here. So you'll be able to solve that way. And it only works when you have a right triangle and then it divides into two right triangles inside. Because they're all similar to each other. Okay? You only do that when you have right triangle. So let's try this again. So now we're looking for x. So x is geometric mean. 4 is there. 9 is there. So let's write this ratio. And then x times x is x squared. 4 times 9 is 36. Square root of 36 is 6. So this is, the altitude is 6. Let's try another one. We have x, which is x and x. That is the geometric mean. 12 goes here. 15 goes here. So x times x is x squared. 12 times 15 is 180. We're going to do square root of 180. And if you simplify that, is 6 radical 5. So x is 6 radical 5. I do not want decimals for these. I want you to write in simplified radicals for these. Okay? Now we're going to solve for x. So we're going to write leg 1 here, hypotenuse 1 here, and we're going to write hypotenuse for the whole thing. So each thing they are giving you, you're going to label it. Leg 1, hypotenuse 1, hypotenuse for the whole thing. So the ratio we're going to use is you look at what they gave you, and then you're going to pick the ratio from the slide here. Okay, so you're going to pick the ratio, see what they gave you. They gave you leg 1, leg, okay, hypotenuse 1 and hypotenuse. So you're going to use leg 1 and leg 1, hypotenuse 1 and hypotenuse 1. Hypotenuse 1 and regular hypotenuse for the whole triangle. That's this one. This one, the middle ratio. So you need to kind of see what they gave you, what information were given from the triangle, and then you're going to use the ratio according to that. So hypotenuse 1 over leg 1 equals leg 1 over hypotenuse. So here, leg is your geometric mean, 12 and 12, and x is here, 20 is here. So cross multiply 20x, x times 20 is 20x, 12 times 12 is 144. Divide each side by 20. Write your answer as a fraction. 36 over 5 in simplest form. So x is 36 over 5. So you're using geometric mean. Leg and leg is the geometric mean, which what you have here. So they're sharing this leg over that. So they're on the same side. So bottom, this, bottom, that. Okay, that's the ratio. Okay, so let's look at the next one. We're going to look at hypotenuse 1, hypotenuse 2, and then this is the hypotenuse. We're going to label it. And this is a leg 2. So this is leg 1, leg 2. So the ratio we're going to use is this one. Hypotenuse 2, hypotenuse, because they give you hypotenuse 2 and hypotenuse. And then leg 2 and leg 2. So they give you leg 2, leg 2. That is the geometric mean. So if this is hypotenuse 1, hypotenuse 2 is x, then hypotenuse is 9 plus x from here to here. So we're going to use 9 plus x for this. So x plus 9 plus x, x over 9 plus x. The geometric mean is leg 2, so 20, 20. So they share this over this over the whole thing, okay? So 20 times 20 is 400. X times 9x plus x is 9x plus x squared. You x plus multiply x to each one. And then you're going to do x squared plus 9x minus 9x minus 400 equals 0. You're going to actually factor it out. And then you're just going to use the positive x, which is 16. So if you factor it out, you get this. So x equals 16. Okay? Because 25 and negative 16 will be factored for this. Okay? So move everything to the left, make this equal 0, and simplify.